Hello, everyone. Good evening. Welcome to your watch along for Chelsea. Nice. It's not, is it? Welcome to your watch along for CFC LDN versus Paris Saint-Germain. This is going to get interesting, lads. And if there's any females in the house, ladies. But we're here pretty much to watch a friendly, really, aren't we? At this rate. I'm going to get into all of this. We're going to go into what we've noticed on the lineups. We're going to go into what to really expect from tonight. And we're going to get to your comments before kickoff. We've still got 25 minutes until kickoff. I hope all of you are doing well. To give you guys some info and to bring you back up to speed. So if you're looking at the lineups right here, right? PSG are playing in red tonight. So that's going to be interesting. As you can see as well, where is it? Over there? Yeah, we've even got the Champions League logo in there because we're that detailed on Younes Talks Chelsea here now. Honestly, let me know in the chat because the redesign and everything has been part of the upgrade and to try and get things to a proper standard because we have standards. And yeah, it's looking clean. It's looking good. So let me know your thoughts. What do I start with? Let's start with the lineups. And then we'll go into what to expect from tonight. Because I want to be very simple and very clear. Okay? Lineups. You know, we have to not concede today. We have to not concede. And as you can see, don't worry, we'll get to PSG in a bit. But we have to not concede, and that's the backline we cooked. That's the backline we've cooked. Unflipping believable. We've got Sanchez in goal. We've got Cucurella left back, which is normal. Now, on screen, on here, I think it's inaccurate, right, in terms of the back line. So Hato is not playing right back. It's Hato at left centre-back, and it's Sarr at right centre-back, and apparently it's Trevor Chalobah at right back. Then it's Caicedo, Santos, Enzo Fernandez in the 10, Palmer on the right, Neto on the left, João Pedro up front, right? This is exactly like that meme. Do you know that meme where you look like you got a Lamborghini up front, and then you've got like a horse at the back? So you've got a horse's ass at the back, and then you've got like it's starting to morph in midfield, and then you've got a Lamborghini front, Aventador. You know, Gallardo, whatever Lambo you want to cook up. Not quite an Urus, right? Because you've got to be big and strong to have an Urus. We're not that. But silky. That defense, though. Now, there is one alternative that the lineups might not be telling you here. And let me explain. It might be a back three of Hato. So, hang on, let me do it right here. So, Hato. Is it, though? Hato, Chalobah, and Sarr, or Sarr and Chalobah, and then Caicedo tucked in as a... But you're playing him as a wing-back. That doesn't make any sense. Do you know what I mean? Like, it just doesn't make any sense. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? It doesn't add up, mate. It doesn't add up. It doesn't add up. I'll be honest, I ain't got a clue. I ain't got a clue. Unless... Okay, let me try and think about it in another way. Cucurella, left wing back. Neto. No, but we're lopsided. It doesn't add up. It doesn't add up. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. Trying to think how we would do this. It doesn't make any sense. Because, okay, say if we had Cucurella left wing back. Hato, Chalobah, Sarr. Neto, right wing back. Caicedo, Enzo. And then the front three. No. Caicedo, Enzo, Where's Santos? I ain't got a clue. I ain't got a clue. I don't know. Neto is clearly an attacking player in this lineup. It has to be. Because we've got Enzo, Santos, and Caicedo. If you're putting Neto at right wing back, we only have Parma and João Pedro. That means there are no wingers. Simple as that. Even if you got wing backs, there's no front three. It would mean it would have to be a 5-3-2. It'd have to be a 5-3-2. I say 5. Or a 3-4-1-2. 3-4-1-2. Yeah. 3, the back three. Santos, Caicedo. Cucurella, Neto. No, 3-4-2-1. Parma and Enzo next to each other, and Santos and João Pedro up front. 3-4-2-1. 3-4-2-1. But I'm sorry, it's so lopsided, it's ridiculous. It's so lopsided, it's ridiculous. Do you know what I mean? So we could have 2 10s. We could have 2 10s. But I genuinely don't think we've done that. I actually don't think we've done that. I actually think Chalobah's playing right back. We'll see anyway. We'll see when the team is lined up and they're on the pitch, and we'll be able to see the players and how they're all how they're all laid out on the pitch, basically. Before we get into what we should expect and coming into this game, what we should actually think and do, I thought I would sport this today. Right? This was from the season after we won the Champions League. And when we had not a front of shirt sponsor. This is a training front of shirt sponsor who genuinely were fantastic sponsors and cared. So if no one's going to do it, I'm going to do it, and big up Trivago. Yeah? They stuck with us throughout the entire sanction, if you remember, when the whole thing started kicking off. Trivago were like, we're not going anywhere. Yeah? We're not going anywhere. And I saw this earlier on, and I was like, literally by chance, I wasn't planning on wearing it, but I saw it, I was like, I'm going to wear that. Perfect. So, big up Trivago. If you need a hotel, go to Trivago. Free duct and dive, if you remember. Trivago stuck with us, so got to be appreciative. What do we do going into this game, right? What do we expect? Look, I've seen many people, I say many, the online space, talk about, we have to believe, remontada. We got, it's Chelsea at the bridge, Champions League. We've come back before, we can do it again. I honestly think, look, I would be more than happy. Yeah, more than happy to be able to come out and do that. But this isn't Chelsea. This is CFCLDN. We don't do that round here. If you're telling me to believe in that when we had the team that we had, 100%. We could be 4-0 down. I'll be coming on here and telling you we're going to win 5-0. Yeah? 100%. But I genuinely think it's not feasible. It's not realistic. It's just hope. And we've done enough hoping. We've done enough just blind hoping. I ain't going to lie to you guys. Simple as that. It's just not realistic. Can we score? 100%. 100%. Can we score 2 times? Can we even score 3 times? Possibility. Yes. You're telling me we're not going to concede? Brother. Have you seen this? We're not going to concede. It's just completely unrealistic. Completely unrealistic. And I think it's just setting, it's false hope. It's false hope. There's hope and then there's false hope. This is just false hope, as far as I'm concerned. So I'm not going to do it. I don't believe, like I said on the preview, I don't believe we'll get battered. I don't believe we'll get battered. At best, PSG might actually step off the gas. We take a draw. We might even win 2-1. We might something, but we're getting knocked out. We're not making it through. The damage is done. And on top of that, there's no Reece James, there's no even Gusto. Can I also talk about something else here? And this is where there might be controversy after the game. Where's Josh Achempong? If Reece isn't available, he's injured. Gusto isn't available. He's not on the bench. We'll get to the bench in a bit. Josh is looking and going, surely, I'm here. I'm a right back. I am a right back. I am a right back, right? And he's not selected. In fact, whichever way you want to look at it, if it's a back four and it's Chalobah at right back, why is Josh not playing? Play players in their positions. The other thing that I want to mention, and I don't think this is what's happened, but I have to put it out there as a possibility because it's a possibility. And I've just had the super chat come in about it. You've taken the words out of my mouth. Hato, see the way that it is here? This is possible because Hato is a left back. It's possible he might have been asked to go over to the right. He's never done it before. But I don't think that's what's happened, though. I do think Hato is left centre-back, Sarr is next to him, and Chalobah, I was going to say Sarr and Char. And Chalobah is right back, which is scary because when we look at the PSG team, let's look at the PSG team. Safanov in goal. I'll read it on here because it's gone there. Mendes, Pacho, Marquinhos, Hakimi, Zai, Emery, Vitinha, Neves, Dembele, Barcola, Kvaratskhelia. It's type, isn't it? It's just they've got a thing called consistency. They've got a thing called we're going to play our best team and play players in their positions and do things properly. You could guess the team without even having to look, and you'd get it right. That is what they're going with. Except there's one little change, and the one little change is it's Kvaratskhelia who's starting tonight, and not Desiree Doué. Desiree Doué is not starting this. So we've got Kvaratskhelia having to go one-on-one with whoever's playing right back. Whoever's playing right back. If it's Chalobah, it's going to be him. If it's Neto as a right wing back, then Neto's going to do one hell of a lot of running. That's for sure. This is going to get interesting. Simple as that. So I'll get to the benches. Let me go through some of your super chats beforehand. We've got 15 minutes left until kickoff. Zamosa, thank you very much for your super chat. First of the evening, saying the formation is confusing. No expectations. Fact. I'm watching this super chilled with you guys. I'm not going to get riled up. There's no point. Younes Talks Football. Much appreciated. I see where you got the inspiration from. You're welcome. Cheers, mate. Saying, Younes, it's Cuckoo and Neto as wingbacks with Palmer, Enzo as 10s. Yeah, we've gone through this. That is a possibility. That is a possibility. We'll see what the teams are looking like when they're laid out on the pitch at kickoff. Big up to Steve in the chat. Hope you're well. Abu Bakr, thank you for your super chat saying, ultimate stream yesterday. What did Benson think? I know people are going to ask this. Funny fact, I've not spoken to George today. Not yet. I think he's live. He must be. But I've not spoken to him today, so I don't know. But regardless, it's not about anyone else. It's that stream was quality. And yeah, go and watch it if you've not seen it. On Johnny's channel last night, pretty heavy stuff, and was really, really good. And it'll be the first of many for sure. So yeah, much appreciated. Thank you to George, much appreciated, saying why Hato at right back instead of Josh. Yeah, so again, what's being shown here is where this info is being pulled out from. Again, it might not be Hato at right back. What the lineups are telling us across the spectrum is that it's Chalobah at right back. But again, we'll see. We'll see. Thank you, Mikael Artidog. I love this name, honestly. Artidog. Saying more chances of Trump begging than CFC LDN comeback. Fact. And let's just be honest. Trump won't be begging, that's for sure. He'll die on his sword if he has to. He comes across as that guy. But in the wrong way. Anyway, Richie CFC, thank you for your super chat saying PSG 2, Chelsea 2. That's what we thought the prediction was going to be the last game. Actually, I am going to ask for your predictions in a bit, but hold that thought. Danny, thank you very much, saying, my bro is a season ticket holder. They saw Igbali Todd at the stadium, chanting Blue Co out. Rather than acting on it, they record them to issue stadium bans. Disgrace. What? Who recorded? No, you're going to have to go into more detail here, Danny. You're going to need to go into more detail here. Who recorded? Don't tell me they recorded. Don't tell me they got their phones out and were like... Surely not. But I'd love to know. I'd love to know. You can put it as a chat and I'll see your name. Don't worry. Much appreciated, Danny. Thank you for that. But keep up the momentum. If you're a season ticket holder, you're still going to games, keep sticking it on them. More people have to. Kyle, I was going to call you Kylie. Kyle, thank you very much, saying, I hope we respect the ball enough tonight to win. Yes, all about respecting the ball. All about respecting the ball. I don't have a ball here. I wish I did. No, I got to get a ball. You know what CFCLDN are doing to me? I'm going to end up with a whole table full of props. We got a carrot. I'm going to have to get a ball. So every time I want to respect it, I can get it and I can like respect it. You know? We might as well have some laughs on here at this point, innit? So let's see. But much appreciated. Suhel, thank you for your super chat, saying, don't worry, guys. We've seen you summoning some good old Captain Tsubasa vibes with respecting the ball nonsense, honestly. I'm going to play something in a little sec that Rio Ferdinand came out with, by the way, just to give you guys some context of proper words. Hold that thought. Mazin CFC says, I believe in Man City's comeback way more than Chelsea's comeback. 100%. And even I believe Man City are cooked. They're 3-0 down. They're playing tonight, by the way. We're going to keep track on all the results as they're being played. We've got Man City and Real Madrid, and we've got Arsenal by Leverkusen all at the same time. So for me, Man City are out. Let me repeat that. And you know how much I regard Man City in terms of squad quality more than us. For me, Man City are out. And you're going to think that I think CFC LDN have a chance. Mate. Both are heading out tonight, as far as I'm concerned. So, let's see. Ryan Gasling says, my PSG friend feels sorry for me. Any advice? Tell him to buy you a baguette. You can get a sandwich out of him, bruv. Do you know what I mean? He feels sorry for you. Tell him I want the most premium French baguette you could get me. And fill it with some whatever fillings you need in there, mate. Just yeah. That's all I can really say. That's it. Just ask that from your mate. Nighttime FC. Thank you very much. Says Blue Co out. Done with dangling the carrot. No more. This. No more. Bang. Get out of here. George, thank you very much as well. Saying I am feeling bad for Bodo. They mentally gave. No, I've not checked the Bodo result. No, don't give me a heartbreak. No. There's no way. Oh, no. Oh, Bodo. You see, that's the only remontada we're going to see tonight. That. 4-0 Sporting Lisbon with 1 minute left? They're 98. Oh, and they got a 90-second goal. Holy crap. They've had 34 shots. 13 on target, 75% possession. What did Bodo Glimt do? Bring the under 8s? What happened? Man, how did Bodo Glimt go out beating everyone and then they lose to Sporting Lisbon 4-0? How's that happen? Man, unbelievable. Yeah, that's the only remontada we're seeing tonight, guys. Honestly, that's it. Much appreciated, Chelsea Blue. But yes, hope we concede 5 again, so Blue Co can ever... Okay, no, look, we're at a point I genuinely don't want that to happen because we're just going to get ridiculed. We're already seeing it now. Fans are having so much fun with us. It's taking the mick. Let me show you what Rio said. Hang on, where is it? Where is it? Oh, I'm on the wrong page. I'm on the wrong page. I'm gonna show you guys this because it's valuable. Very, very valuable. Bosh. Here we go. Right. Pay attention to what Rio is saying here about the huddle. Yeah? Pay attention. Pay attention. Because he's spot on.
I hate Huddle. Why? It's the biggest...
Have you ever seen him this passionate about anything?
It's the biggest load of rubbish ever. Your talking's done. You've done all the talking in the change room. You've had a meeting at the hotel. You've done meetings on the Friday before the game on the Saturday as well. And you're going to do a huddle to make people think that you're all locked in. No. It's already, you already done all that before. This huddle is like for the fans. That's not... Yeah. What message is getting put in there that everyone's going to go, guys, did you hear that? I don't reckon anyone's walked out of a huddle and gone on the pitch like that. Now what we did and gone, guys. now I know where I'm at with this. Like, do you think that happens? It's a load of bollocks.
Facts. Facts. Overall, and this isn't just Chelsea related, because all the teams are doing huddles now. And it's like a flipping fashion. It's like a trend. Chelsea have taken the spotlight because of the whole halfway line flipping centre ball referee nonsense. But overall, he's right. He is genuinely right. When you're in the tunnel, you're locked in. You're locked in. I'll give you an example. 2021 Champions League final. Us against Man City. Look how locked in we were. You remember that? And Man City were all like, all about the flipping tunnel. And all of us were just like, in a line, military. It's true. It's done. You cross that line, you're focused. If you cross that line and you're not locked in, you don't belong on the pitch. I'll be honest. Like, it's as simple as that. He's not wrong. This is about everyone, by the way, again. But obviously, Chelsea are included. But we've taken it to another level. We're doing this whole centre circle thing, which apparently now we've abandoned. See, we put ourselves in situations to get ridiculed, to then go back and then make ourselves look stupid. Rafinha, in the midst of that, talking about respecting the ball. It's just, it's nonsense. It's nonsense. So, yeah, Rio, spot on there. Thank you very much to FuzzBrain5. We've got 5 minutes left before kickoff. Players about to come out saying, Younes, wait until we get briefed that the SDs can't carry out the vision of the directors since we are banned from buying 15-year-olds. Yeah, the academy transfer ban. So we can't buy any kids. Now, don't worry. Like I said yesterday, yeah? Strasbourg are going to buy them for us. That's it. Chelsea Blue, DS saying, yeah, but then there'll be more of our fans who will be blue come out in the face of Igbali if we take another thrashing, Younes. Look, at this point, I think, look, we say that if we're winning, that shouldn't dictate. I think the same goes for losing. The results don't matter anymore. We win 5 in a row. We lose 5 in a row. It's done. It's done. Put the results to one side. They're irrelevant now. We've crossed that line. Results don't matter anymore. They don't matter anymore. 4 years of this nonsense needs to come to an end. End of story. Done. That is what we need to do, because if not, the club are going to continue to dangle the carrot in front of everyone and make people have this false hope and belief that things are going to change when they're not, because people are going to be relying on the result. That's it. And this is coming from someone that was looking at results. We cannot keep doing this. We can't. Put it in the bin. Simple as that. Players on the pitch. We're about to get up and running. Let me bring this across. There we are. Much appreciated. Mikhail Arty Dog again, thank you very much, mate, saying, why the owners can't get top players and manager? We don't need 11 of them. 2 free top players and we are good. They can do the business anyway after. Because that's not their model. I'll give you an example. Let me give you an example of what would be coming this summer. They're already briefing that Enzo Fernandez could be on his way out. In the same breath, now all of a sudden, Barco is being talked about from Strasbourg. Why? Because he's a centre mid. What a surprise. But we'll get good money for Enzo. And then it'll be flip and repeat. Now, we've got restriction. The budget has been spent. It's been blown. We've got all sorts of circumstances now. That's led us to this, which means that we're not going to go out and spend big money on any big player or players that we need. Simple as that. It's the model, and they're sticking to it. They're not budging. Oh, cool. Get out then. Arash, Chelsea, like the Ayatollah, will never be deceased. Big up. Thank you very much. Danny as well saying, owners were the ones recording to check CCTV. Flipping hell, Danny. I'll have a butcher's into that. That's wild. Yeah, the Champions League lineup here says Chalobah right back. Again, so we'll see. Chelsea Blue DS, thank you very much, says, yeah, to us it's irrelevant. Oh, so to us it's relevant, but to the match-going fans, it's results that matter, and there'll be more protesting or not attending games if we keep losing. No, of course. I mean, in the grand scheme of things, what I'm saying is that overall, we need to change that now. We need to change that mentality. That's not going to help anybody, you know? We'll see what happens tonight anyway. Like I said, I'm super chilled. You're going to get, I'll be honest, you're going to get a very chilled watch-along from me. Very chilled. There's no point in going crazy and losing minds and whatnot over this. We're 3-0 down pretty much, 5-2. And with this lineup, we need to not concede. Good luck. Very, very, very good luck to us. You know what I mean? There's the confirmation of PSG's lineup as well. By the way, Kvaratskhelia is on a yellow card. So is Mendes. So they got to be careful just in case they want to play the next game in the quarterfinal, first leg. So, yeah. By the way, let me know your predictions. Quick, stick them in. What are your predictions? We've got Steve starting off with CFC LDN 1, PSG 4. Flipping hell. Look, I'll be real. I'm not expecting a battering like that. I'm not. I'm expecting something tight, but nowhere near enough. Because I do think when it gets to the end of the game, PSG maybe start coming off the gas a little bit. Just a bit. And just start managing the game. 3-1 PSG, 3-0, 6-0, 3-1 PSG, 7 flipping out, 5-1 Chelsea. All right, 4-0 Chelsea, 4-1, 9-3 on aggregate. 5-0 PSG, 3-1 PSG, 3-1 PSG, 3-1 PSG, 4-0 PSG, 3-1 PSG, 3-0 PSG. Flipping out. There's the huddle again. Oh, we've done it just to the side. Just to the side with no ball. Oh, but again, you see, we done it on their half. We done it on their half. This is the thing. It's, I'm sure it's someone's bright idea to try and trigger the opposition. I am 200% we are doing it to trigger opposition. Pretty sure. There was no ball to respect in that one, I'm afraid, guys. No ball to respect. We got a lot of PSG, some Chelsea, but we got a lot of PSG predictions here. So let's see. Neto laughing with the PSG team, says Dimitri. Let's see. The game's kicked off. We're up and away. Let's see what I'm not going to say what we're going to cook. I'm not even going to say what's going to be baked. Let's see what's going to be materialized. I say though. Intercepted by Nuno Mendes. Kvaratskhelia. Into Nuno Mendes. Across the box. Oh my God. So is that Chalobah? I've got to see the way that we're lined up. So it's Sarr at right back. Yeah, Neto is right wing forward. Cucurella is very advanced. It's Sarr. No, my bad. Hato, Chalobah, Sarr, Neto on the right. Neto right wing back. There's Pacho under pressure, out for a throw. It looks like Neto. It looks like, yeah, Sarr right centre back, Chalobah right centre back. Hato left centre back, Cucurella's bombing forward, Neto's bombing forward, and it looks like that. Thank you very much to Edwards. Oh no, hang on, Eduarda. Thank you very much. Gifting 5 memberships. So welcome to the 5 that have now been given memberships. You're all in the squad. Much appreciated. Big up to Edwards. You can thank him. Cheers, mate. Yeah. It's Neto right wing back. My God. Santos under pressure, out for a PSG throw. Who was that? Was that Hato? Waited about a week and a half to give him the ball. There's Liam Rossinha with the kinetic energy mandem. levels. That little 1-2. Little 1-2. Someone sticking to... Look at the space we're giving him. What is this? Hakimi. All over to the left, Kvaratskhelia. I'm going to mention one PSG player here. Watch Zaire Emery. Because I don't like the way that he managed to just get into a big space a big pocket of space. Little 1-2 into tons of space between our centre-backs. And he looks like he's shifting from side to side as well. So pay attention to whether he's got a free roaming role or out for a Chelsea throw. That's Dembele hitting it out. Sarr over to Trev. Sanchez, who is now back in because Jorgensen is injured. And that's gone straight over to... What's their goalkeeper's name? I need to get this right. I don't want to do it just... I just missed a ponytail again, innit? So we just call him ponytails. Pacho, Marquinhos. Down the line. Little flick. Barcola out for a throw. That's unlucky. Good piece of skill. Oh, yeah, Safonov. Okay, Safonov. There's the PSG Ultras. These lot are ruthless. I would say anyone at the game, be careful. But if you're at the game, you're not watching this, so there's no point. But, yeah, they can be quite a bunch, the PSG lot. They love trouble. They just love it. They thrive on it. I think they live on it. They feast on it. That's us losing a 1-to-1 header. That's us losing a second ball. Caicedo, so Enzo wins it back. Caicedo, Santos, Cucurella. Now Pedro, can he run into some space? No, we've taken too long. He's given it away. Good tackle, Vitinha. Free kick PSG. Now Pedro took way too much time there. He had the option to release Cucurella, and he's not done it. He's saying, I just read his lips. I didn't see him. You got to be aware, my man. Or, again, communication, talking. Yell it out to your teammate if you know he's not going to see it, you know. So many basics. Kvaratskhelia, oh my goodness. And it's 1-0 PSG, and there we go. So do you understand where the delusion is? Do you understand it? We've just been knocked out. Like, again, 5 minutes in, we're knocked out. People need to start being real. Do you know what I mean? Start being honest. You know what we need now? We need 5 to go through. I'm not shocked. Anyone that thought of something coming into this, like I said, false hope. It was purely false hope. And why do you do it to yourselves? Why do you give yourself false hope? If, look, I'm all for a bit of delusion when there's actually a big chance of getting back into it properly because you have the tools. When you've got the tools. We ain't got the tools. We can score. Yes, I do believe we'll score. I actually do believe we'll score. Again, regardless of who we're picking, we can't defend. I don't know why anyone would come into this, right? Look at the lineup, look at that back line and go, yeah, we're going through. Like, it's bonkers. We're not going to concede. There you are. We've conceded. It's a joke. Buzz Brain 5, thank you very much. Don't worry, mate. We totally got this. 5 goals down is totally doable. It's, yeah. Sweet as a nut. Do you know what I mean? Sweet as a nut. People were saying remontada, honestly. Unreal. And again, it's back to the same thing. It's poor defending. It's just really, really bad defending. Again, Sarr, do I even need to speak? Like, CFCLDN, man. CFCLDN. CFCLDN. This isn't Chelsea. Chelsea's not here right now. Chelsea's on a sabbatical somewhere, having a holiday. Right? This is CFCLDN. I'm going to do it, you know. Every single match review that I put, I'm going to put CFCLDN now. That's it. It's a disgrace to say Chelsea. It's actually disgraceful. Here's Hato. Enzo Fernandez. Brilliant. Nighttime FC, thank you very much, saying Drogba, it's a disgrace. It's a disgrace. It's a disgrace, bruv. Disgrace. Field the Power says, just end the stream. We are pure crap. No, we'll stick around. You know? We're the only good thing happening here. Do you know what I mean? At least we get to just interact and you know, cry on each other's shoulders. That's it. Do you know what I mean? At least. Look, we don't win any headers. We don't, like, nothing. Nothing, absolutely nothing. Lawrence, thank you very much. The goalkeeper comes up for it. Free kick to PSG. Lawrence says, if this doesn't trigger the fans, we're doomed for life. Things are being lined up, right? We know about the protest that's coming up. We know about, like, this is going to be about what the fans are genuinely going to do now. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah. DJ Moxie, thank you very much. And sack Liam, bring in John Terry. At this point, that header from Enzo hit Safanov on the back of the head. What a save. What a save. Man. Pedro's gone down very soft there. Very soft. Payoff. See what I mean? It's just it's desperate. It's so desperate, and it's just it's weak. It's soft. It's delusion. It's all sorts. Absolutely all sorts. We are currently 6-2 down on aggregate. 6-2. El Mortal, thank you very much, saying, know what makes me mad is PSG rubbing it in. Let them. Let them. You know? Let's be honest, if the roles were reversed, we'd rub it in a bit, wouldn't we? This is football. You know? The rubbing is part of the game. It is. Banter, you know? Banter. Good tackle. Good tackle. Palmer's dispossessed, and here come PSG again. João Neves, Kvaratskhelia. Ten minutes in. Absolutely nothing. All across. Does that find Kvaratskhelia? Nearly. What a player. Player we could have bought, by the way. Just saying. He was bought for what? 60 million? His salary is... What's his salary? Let me actually look this up. What's his salary? His salary is... Says here he's on about 260 a week. Yeah, correctly so. Correctly so. Oh, no. According to Capology, Kvaratskhelia is on a contract. He's on less than 200k? No, it can't be. It can't be. There's two contrasting salaries here. He was on like 33 grand a week, so PSG apparently gave him 5 times his salary, which meant that it got to about 170 a week. And I'm also seeing 260 a week. Anyway, regardless, that's correct. That's the sort of salary you give. We could have gone in for someone like Kvaratskhelia, and yeah, that would have been nice. Could have got a lot of players. But the CFC LDN will not, you know, football's not footballing, respectfully. Lawrence, thank you very much. Says, watch us get briefing. We're buying a centre-back tomorrow. Yep. Expect a load of this in the next few days. Loads. JC saying, brother, I'm tempted to turn on the City Madrid game. Actually, yeah, talking about that, I did say I'll keep up with the scores elsewhere. So right now, it's the only goal scored. All the other games are currently 0-0. Neto out, and it's a goal kick. Beautiful. It hit a Chelsea player on the head. City Real Madrid 0-0. By the way, the lineups. What are the lineups for that game? Let me see if there's anyone missing. So Man City have gone with Donnarumma, Nunes, Kusanov, Diaz, Aït-Nouri, Rodri, Shirky, Silva, Reinders, Doku, Haaland. It's a strong team, realistically. Real Madrid, Courtois, Garcia, Huijsen, Rudiger, Trent, Valverde, Pinar, some kid, I'm guessing. Tchouameni, Gula. Tchouameni's in midfield. Oh, yeah, no, sorry, my bad. I'm thinking of someone else. Arda Gula, Diaz, Vinicius Jr. Strong team as well. But 3-0 up, you expect them to get it over the line. Arsenal, by Leverkusen, 0-0. The Sporting game did finish 4-0, by the way. David Raya, Ben White, Saliba, Gabriel, Hincapi, Zubamendi, Declan Rice, Saka, Eze, Trossard, and Gyökeres. Is Mazza playing for... Yeah, Mazza is playing. Mazza is playing for Bayer Leverkusen. Come on. Up the Mazza, up the Bayer Leverkusen. If we're going to get anything tonight, it's Arsenal losing. I'm telling you. If this doesn't wake people up, I don't know what will. Do you see why I don't want to come on and give you false hope? I don't want to come on and lie. I don't want to come on and say, we can do it. No, it's a lie. If this was JT and Lamps and Didier and Ashley Cole and Essien and all these guys, right? 100% I'll be coming on in and telling you, look, we have a big chance of getting this done because we knew that, to quote Johnny, we knew that there were minerals there, right? There are no minerals here. There ain't even any vitamins. I don't even see a magnesium tablet. Look at that. Just absolutely walked through. Santos jogging back, holding his crotch. Zaire Emery, by the way, like I told you, Hakimi into the middle, and it's just a touch, bang, goal. Thank you very much. Touch, bang. Barcola, quality. Another player we could have got, by the way. Just saying. Anyway. So that's 2-0. That's 7-2 now, which means we need 6 goals to go through. Yeah. Amazing. Kev says fans have to walk out to make a statement. Look at this. João Pedro's going, are you having me on? Have some shame and just put your head down at this point. Like, at this point, just put your head down. There's no point. You know what I mean? There's legit no point. You're cooked. Yeah, we had to buy Gittins instead. There we are. 55 million on Gittins. That was Kvaratskhelia money right there. Just saying. And Pacho keeps it on. No, sorry, not Pacho. Nuno Mendes. That's off. OJCFC says, Club World Cup champions, mate. Best team on the planet. That was an absolute lie. It just was, wasn't it? Absolute lie. Kev says fans have to walk out to make a statement. At this point, I honestly... You know what hurts as well for the fans? The district line was unavailable. So I don't know how the fans got into the ground today, how they got there, but they must have got... The district line's cooked. How the hell are you getting there? Probably overground. He's lost the ball. Flip here now. This is pathetic. Chelsea Blue, that's it. 3 more goals to go. At this rate, they're going to give us another 5. At this rate. Do you know what I mean? Rambo says 2014 Brazil didn't get this humiliated. We're en route. We are on the way. Thank you very much. El Mortal says, bye guys, this is disgusting. I'm done. Blue Co out. I'm going to tell you this. Let me tell you this in a way that is going to be completely understandable. Irrespective of this result. So people are going to talk about when we win and what. No. Irrespective of this result. Forget this result as well. Forget the results. Blue Co out now, irrespective. Forget what happens on the pitch. It's done. The trust is broken. Everything's destroyed. The owners need to sell. Blue Co out. Done. We're here for formality. It's formality. And for us to have something at least. you know, but it's cooked. It's cooked. This is just, you know, embarrassment. This is just insult to injury. Simple as that. JJ says, PSG giving us a Champions League game to remember. Big time. Big time. Arash says, don't be surprised if Rafinha's gone by June. Respectfully. I was going to say something, and it's just... I was going to say, look, if this was Roman, he'd be sacked tonight. If this was Roman, he wouldn't have even been looked at on paper. Do you know what I mean? Like, if this was Roman, Luis Enrique would be our gaffer right now. Luis Enrique would be with us right now. We had an interview with him. No, wasn't good enough apparently. What a lie. Luis Enrique turned around and said, these lot, I'm not going there. That's not for football. They got 69 sporting directors was the quote that came out from that thing about Luis Enrique's presentation. He's not wrong. Not wrong. Chelsea Blue says, anyone know a good hitman to get rid of the owners? I'm sure Roman did. You know what I mean? At this rate, I don't know. Oh my God, straight to Sanchez. Lauren says, it's effing obvious we built the best team. Isn't it effing obvious, guys? We built the best team in the flipping world, you know? M-Evolution 22, you are spot on. Thank you very much for this super chat. Better get ready for Gary O'Neill when it doesn't work. The next Strasbourg manager. No other manager will join us, so they'll force them from there. Owners have to go, we will become Spurs. People laugh when you mention that. They're like, nah, no. Yeah. Keep laughing. This is how Spurs started going down. We're just a lot later on the path. They've reached the flipping end. The relegation is the end. We're on that path like that they're going down, that same route. We're heading down there. It's just we're very early on compared to them. 2-3 more years of this, we'll be fighting relegation. Guaranteed. 2-3 more years of this, we're in the relegation zone. People hear that and think it's unrealistic. Yeah, so did Tottenham fans when they were, you know, in the Champions League final at one point. See what I mean? Leicester would have laughed at you when they won the title. Where are they now? About to get relegated to League One. They capitulated. And that's understandable because they had one league title out of the flipping nowhere, 4,000 to 1 odds. But still. Daniel, thank you very much. Saying, again, Bluco is the problem. Replacing Maresca with Liam is just insane. This team beat PSG 3-0. Liam is just not the same level. But again, Bluco is the bigger problem. It's always Bluco, mate. Always Bluco now. That's it. Chelsea Blue, you're spot on. Younes, if Roman were here, Tuchel would have stayed. Yeah, Tuchel would probably still be here. Albeit, if results would have gone down even a little bit, he would have got chopped. And then we probably would have gone and got a Luis Enrique. And I'll tell you what Roman might have done. Yeah? And this would have been controversial at the time. But what Roman might have done, and this is the bare minimum, this is where fans would have gone, I'm not sure on this one. We would have got Unai Emery. That's the minimum. That's where you know, things start getting a bit questionable. We went and got Maresca, flipping Rafinha, Gary O'Neill was probably lined up. This is a joke. Do you know what I mean? It's a joke. Ryan says, Younes, my cousin is a Chelsea season ticket holder. Told me he tried to sell his ticket back to the club. Bluco withdrew the app to sell back. Well, you know, there's always vivid seats. There is a whole ticketing thing as well, by the way. Since we went digital and we started using Ticketmaster, again, this is something that fans don't really know. You have to do some digging to try and find out. But if you go and look at Ticketmaster and you look at the software and you look at, it's a thing called Ticket Evolution /Victory Live, which is owned, it's owned by Clearlake. They have features on there that allows resellers to get tickets from all sorts of events. It's screwed. It's so messed up. It goes so deep. Trust me, guys, this goes beyond football. What's happening to the club goes beyond football. There's so much dodginess going on. It's ridiculous. Rono, thank you very much. Oh, no, sorry. Abu Bakr says, get ready for the briefs of all briefs tomorrow. 100%. Without question. I'm looking forward to it. I'll be here. We'll do the news video. Don't worry. We'll address it. Maybe even a double upload. Rono, thank you very much for yours, saying we even Tottenham kit as our third kit. We are Spurs. Pretty much. Thank you very much for that, mate. YTVN for the super chat saying the fans right now should get up and walk out. What the F is this? Igbali is there tonight. They should make their voices heard. I agree. At least if you go home now, you might get home at a reasonable time. I'll be honest, yeah, the fact that there are still loads of people just sitting down, it's actually pretty incredible. Like, how there still is pretty unbelievable. I will say that. Starbug, Smeg, says, we can still win the second half. We can, yeah, use that in the TalkSport studio for Jason Cundy, you know? Jamie O'Hara will be like, you won the second half? Unbelievable. Dasrick says, we are witnessing our final Champions League match for another 2-3 years. We ain't winning the league either. Matter is done. Pack up, guys, pack up. That's exactly what I think as well. Soak this in. Maybe that's why the fans are staying. Soak this in. Soak this in. This could be our last Champions League game for a while. A while. Fortunately. Chala, thank you for your super chat saying it's safe to say RIP to the Chelsea we know, sadly. Yeah, it's CFCLDN. It's not Chelsea. It's CFCLDN. Your local Chelsea... What was that? Your local Chelsea... I'll just say op. Thank you very much. Saying shambles, big Y. Blueco out is the only way. It's the only way. These owners need to sell. Find a buyer, pack it up, sell it on, and get lost. End of story. That's all that we have left. El Mortal Zero. We've given it a chance. We've actually given it a chance. On any other sort of level, fans have given this a chance. Fans have been more than patient. It's been 4 calendar years. Fans have seen the top 4, Club World Cup, all of this. We've given it a chance. It's the same story in every single facet. And in every single area, it's the same thing. Over and over and over and over again. And it's clear why. They're telling you this why. They're telling you why. So, thank you very much for that, mate. El Mortal says, how is fans still in the stadium and they're staying and not chanting? These fans, bro. I think everyone's dead inside at this point. We even got some fans laughing. This isn't funny. Be honest. Spunky Backpack. Wow. Saying, I put my future house on a red card tonight. That's actually, you know what? Yeah, that's more exciting than the game. Is there going to be a red card? That is something we might have to shift the watch along to. Red card watch. Or no, red card watch along. That's good. I like that. Good idea. Spunky Backpack. Musa Mohammed, thank you very much, saying, us Chelsea fans, we need this humbling to wake the F up. I agree. I do agree. Giving away. Zai Emery. Vitinha. Little 1-2 Bosch and move forward. They just play football. Defend, Swanaditya Roy. Thank you very much for the super chat, saying, do you think they disclosed financial irregularities just to close doors for Roman to swoop back to purchase the club later? No, so look, Roman is sanctioned from the UK. Like, there's no way he's buying anything from the UK ever again. It's not happening. For as long as we are in the bad books of Russia, vice versa, it's not happening. The UK would need to lift the sanctions off of Russian assets for Roman to have a chance to come back in and buy the club again. If not, it's not happening. And I think there's definitely not a way for maybe his son to try it because it would just get rejected by the Premier League owners and directors' tests. It just would. They wouldn't allow it. I'm sure they wouldn't. We need a fresh buyer, I think. Or, and I'll say this, maybe if Roman's smart, he can send someone on his behalf. I don't know, but again, you're trusting someone with billions and billions on your behalf. It's too much financial risk to do that. It's not realistic. And look at that, pass back to Sanchez, heads it out for a throw. I even commentate on the game. Thank you very much, Defend Forever, saying, walk out the stadium. I stopped watching as soon as they scored. Oh, hang on. I thought you meant you're at the game and you've left. I was going to say, okay, respect. Okay, no, fair. No, I agree. If I was there, I would have gone. Go back home. I didn't say get back in time. You know what I mean? YT, I'll get back for the second half. YTVN says, Tommy T and Anthony Barry are here witnessing this. I feel bad for them. They must be watching this going, what's happened to this? What's happened to our Chelsea? Like, they must be. Do you know what I mean? Horrible. Jamin says, the sound of that halftime boo is one for the ages. It has to be. It has to be, mate. The Lions Lounge says, this happens when Pro B licensed backroom staff. It's not even Pro B, by the way. We got UEFA B staff and UEFA A staff. No one on a flipping pro license, except Liam Rosina. Liam Rosina is on a pro license, right? His assistant isn't. Go to the under-21s, go to the under-18s. You'll find that there are underqualified coaches there. You'll find they're there. The under-18s had someone that didn't even have a UEFA A, and you need a UEFA A. They ended up getting an assistant for him who's got a UEFA Pro license. That way it's legal. Well, it's just the whole thing stinks. The whole thing. And again, this is why there's things that I dig into and I know about, and I'm like, flipping out. If I start coming out of everything, we're going to be here all day. There's so much shenanigans going on at Chelsea. It's a joke. They've destroyed everything internally, man. Sohan Chowdhury says, half the home fans are tourists. What do we expect? Yeah, that's true. That's true. Andres Orvanos says, honestly, I don't even watch Chelsea anymore. Your watch songs are better than watching what they have done to our club. I respect that. Thank you very much. I do appreciate that, honestly. I'm glad there's something to cling on to, and I'm glad I'm providing it. So much love to you guys, to everyone watching. Much love to all of you. The Blue Lounge, big up, my man. How are you? Saying, big up, Younes. I hope stay safe, my guy. Don't worry. I feel more threatened and attacked by Blue Code than I do by Iran in this case. Honestly, I do. I'm cool. Things are cool. It's a joke. Cheers, Blue Lounge. Hope you're well. Lawrence says, why isn't the government giving the owners the same treatment? Now, that's a can of worms that, you know, if I say everything, my channel will be removed. Let's just say that. Realistically. Double standards. Double standards. Double standards. Taymac Man. Thank you very much. The state of this club next year without Europe. Yeah, well, we've been there. Gonna do it again. Looking forward to it. Here's Kvaratskhelia. We're half an hour in, by the way. We're absolutely no closer to anything. Just to let you look at Kvaratskhelia having fun, bopping it around 5 players. Look at him go. He's having fun. He's having fun. He shifts over to the right. He's like, you know what? I've tortured that left-hand side. Let me go and do it on the right now. I want a bit more of a challenge. Give me Kukureya, is what Kvaratskhelia is saying now. Shay, thank you very much, mate. Says, Ornstein, the brown envelope, will be working double time after this game with the amount of PR that's going to come out, win, lose, or draw Bluco out. Facts. And look, listen, with David Ornstein, he's already given the dangling on the carrot. We heard. We've got to give it another 3 years, guys. Got to be patient. Got to be patient. It's a joke. But yeah, we're going to get loads. We're going to get loads of damage limitation after this. You watch. Hermity, thank you very much. Anger, shame, embarrassment, but worst of all, sadness. Yeah, fact. What these owners have done to my club hurts deep. It doesn't even sting. It's honestly like, if we actually display our emotions, I swear I could punch a concrete wall right now. But what is that going to do? It's only going to break my hand. Nothing else. So there's no point. But it flipping cuts deep what these lot have done to our club. It really does. This is why we got to do something about it. Avik Rishi says, I am seeing your watch-along for therapy. Much love. I'm glad we can be therapeutic together here. I'm glad this is going to be a platform of therapy. You know? Unbelievable. Starbucks Meg, thank you very much, says, I've cancelled my sports TV subs, not paying TV money towards CFC LDN or watch Soulless Private Equity FC. Well said. Would have the auto glass days when we were not always winning, but a proper team of identity. Yes, and there was real intention. Look, let me say this. It's not even just about, okay, look, we want to win all the time, and absolutely, we're ambitious and we've got standards. But if we are in a position without any resources or we're not proper and we know what our level is, as long as we get an ambition and a real intention and there's... Offside. They scored. It's offside. Flipping. Look at them. They're smiling. They're laughing. They're laughing. They're bopping it 1, 2, 3. Then they're laughing. They're giggling, guys. If we saw a team, a club with an ambition or an intention at least, and they're doing what they can to the max of their ability, we are flipping behind it. This is not that. They have ripped the soul and everything out of this to make money. Their end goal is to try and get the value of the club up to about, what, 6-7 billion by the end of the 10-year tenure? and then sell off, get their profit and bounce. See you later. It's purely a private equity acquisition because Chelsea was bought at a cut price. We were sanctioned. They got the club at a cut price of 2.5 billion. Chelsea was not worth 2.5 billion. Chelsea was worth at least 3 to 4. At least. Man United, you could argue, is worth about 5. They got Chelsea for half price of that. That's all it was. If not, they wouldn't be here. It's as simple as that. Vertian says the game's boring. Let's talk about paints instead. Yeah, we can talk about paint at halftime. We'll get to that. Immortal says, would you say the Prem overrated because the English teams are crashing out the level of football in general? Is at an all-time low, games dying? Yeah, because everyone in the Prem at the top level is thinking that, well, not that. Everyone's become so systematized and manufactured, and it's because money is at stake. At the end of the day, money is at stake, so it's all one big risk assessment. Do you know what I mean? They're showing all the Chelsea fans just look dead inside, flipping out. Yeah, the levels at Premier League level have gone tragically down, and it's allowed the other teams to catch up. Because everyone's operating on the same flipping blueprint, except some teams have resources, some other teams don't. But everyone's trying to do the same thing. It's just ridiculous. Kenzie, thank you very much, says, big up from Nigeria, Younes. Big up to you. Not watching the game because I'm not trying to spoil my day. CFC LDN is a shit show. Blueco out. Respect. Thank you very much, mate. I hope you're well. Big up to all the ones in Nigeria as well, by the way, can I just say. Because my third loyal fan base. I've got UK, US, and then I've got Nigeria, as per my analytics. So, yeah. OJCFC says, I feel beyond embarrassed. I feel like an oxygen thief for believing we actually had a chance. Stupid me, I need to go out there and apologize to every single tree for wasting their time and energy. No, don't. You're going to be breathing anyway, so don't. But this is difficult to do as fans, but it's the only thing that we have to do. Remove yourself from the results. Remove yourself. As long as these lot are owners, remove yourself from the results. It's dead. It's irrelevant. Whether we win, whether we lose, whether we draw, whether we do whatever, it's irrelevant now. We've got enough in the tank to know exactly what's going on. They've told us, they've proven it to us. They are not turning. This is it. This is what we've got. These lot need to go. Cool. Stuff the football. Blueco out. You need to sell up and go. And we won't stop until you do. That's it. We got to be relentless. It's not going to be easy to stomach. It's not going to be for everyone. But who's up for it? Whoever's up for it, let's flip and go. That's it. Do you love the club or not? That's where we're at. So, respect to you, mate. Oh, flipping hell. We're gonna get another conceded in this half at this rate. Another. This is. I'm gonna be completely honest with you guys. Yeah, what I'm feeling right now, I am genuinely scared for what we are going to be facing at full time. I am actually frightened. I'll be honest. I'm worried for what we're gonna face at full time. This is going down in the history books. So, the Lions Lounge says, Caicedo looks half the DM he was since Rosenior. A lot of players do. This is what you get when you get mediocrity. Your local Chelsea says, I'm off to watch 09-10 season. Road to victory highlights as a coping mechanism. Have a good one, why? Have a good one too, brother. Honestly, I'm not even telling you guys, stay. Like, no, do what you got to do. Do what you got to do. M Evolution, thank you very much, says, if this was a video game, Blueco would be spawning in tourist NPCs into the empty seats. That's why we can't do a Lazio, which needs to be done every game. These protests need to be massive. So for those that don't know, I've done it on a video I've shown you. Lazio at the moment have had a massive walkout because they're holding protests against their owners and they want them gone and they're not attending. The attendance for every game is like 2,000. It's like an academy game. It's relentless. The ground is empty. Whoever wants to go to be loud and to actually chant properly, okay, feel free. Whoever is not willing to do that, just don't go to the game. Best of both worlds. But we do need a massive walkout. We do. Rambo, thank you very much, saying, is it fair to want an absolute embarrassment like a 6-0 defeat? I feel like we need that to something to change, even while Clearlake are here. I hate to see it, I'll be honest. I hate to see it. This is what I'm scared of at the end of this game. It's 2-0, and they're still taking the mick. I'm genuinely frightened for what this could be. I give too much credit. It's like I said that. What did I say at the start? We're not going to get battered. I give too much credit. This is me, and I'm giving too much credit. Every game, I'm like, nah, surely not. And then, Then I get smacked in the face. It's crazy. It's crazy what these lot are doing. It's insane. Nighttime FC says, I genuinely want to cry right now, Younes. Don't, but I feel you. I think we all do. Rethik N93 says, almost 5 a.m. in Malaysia. Jarvis, more alcohol. Flip it. Don't drown your sorrows, please. Don't do that. Don't do that. You've got better ways of dealing with this. Go out for a walk. Malaysia's a beautiful country. Go into the fields, the rice fields. Go to the beaches. Do what you got to do, brother. You know? If it's raining, go and dance in the rain. Go to a rainforest. Do what you got to do. Night U says, it's disappointing how many fans accept our mediocrity for so long. 2 games later after a win against Port Vale, they'll forget this ever happened. I'm scared of that as well. And this is what I want to point out. We have to look in history and we have to look at what other fan bases have endured for so long. And let's not be that. Arsenal went 22 years. They're about to win a league now. 22 years. 15, 16, 17, 18 of those years, right, roughly, has been just acceptance. No, that's not. Man United, Glazers, 2013 was their last league title. They've just been passive since. And even then, they've had protests and whatnot, but they've not been relentless with it. They've had protests. The 1958 have been class. Overall, they've got a movement. But it needs to be bang in, bang out. It has to be non-stop. Do you know what I mean? That's where we have to learn from the rest. We have to be non-stop. Because we've got owners that are bothered about their image. And they've got investors behind them that are going to be watching all this. So, it's up to us. Abu Bakr says, I swear right now I'm on my PS5 using PSG on career mode on FC26, comforting myself while listening to this live. This helps. You get the job done on FC26, bro. You go and do it. Go and do it, Babji. Go and do it. Let me know how you get on. Younes Talks Football again. Much appreciated. Saying, Younes, I'm so hurt. I want this club to succeed bad. We all do. This is why it's painful. This is why it's painful. How do you spend 2 billion and this is what you get? It's all intentional. It's all strategized. There's an entire plan. People think these guys are crazy. No, they know exactly what they're doing. They're flipping evil. That's what I'm saying. Evil. So, AC3WI, thank you very much, mate, saying Arsenal potentially winning the lot. The state of my club. So glad I moved from London to the States. Unbearable this summer would have been. Blue Co, get the F out. Mate, I'm glad I left. Let's honestly, at this rate, it's going to be painful in May. Painful. August VD says, C, charity. F, forget it. C, chaos. L, Looney Tunes. D, dreadful. N, nuff Z. L, CFCLDN. Respect. Respect. I love that. Sahil says, I feel sick. Never hated the Chelsea team this much. Complete fact. Complete fact. It's disgraceful. It's disgusting. It really is. Jamins21 says, this half illustrates how many levels off we are from respectable European competition. This looks like business strategy being chosen over sporting. It's always been that. This is the realization. People need to clock. From day one, this has always been that. For them, all they want is top 4 because that keeps the clock ticking. That's exactly what Tottenham tried to do to keep their value and to keep monetizing. That is it. As long as they can do that, great. The problem is they might not even be doing that. So guess what? It might actually be backfiring, at least on some level. Do you know what I mean? Annan says, if you're not Blue Co out, you're not a Chelsea fan. At this point, I'll be honest, it feels that way. It feels that way. Danny says, Younes, do you watch any anime? Cheers from San Diego. I don't actually know. I mean, I remember back in the day, things like Pokemon and whatnot. Yes. Yu-Gi-Oh! That was it. No, I'm not an anime. I'm not an anime head. Sorry. Mackie99 says, embarrassing fans got to wake up and boycott, force to sell. What happened to the Saudi guy who wanted to buy from Roman? He might still be interested. Otherwise, it's Chelsea Spurs derby in the Championship. You mean Saudi media? Yeah, Saudi media were not allowed to put forth a proposal. I wonder why. The UK government didn't allow it, let's just say that. Yeah, Rain Group and all that, all them lot. No, they weren't allowed. So, but you're right. That's what we need, something like that. Who are able to use the resources Chelsea can actually pull. Problem is, there's actually been a lot of damage done. Mikel Artidog as well says, can you find a Habibi to get our Chelsea back? I might have to do some scouting. I might have to have to go to Dubai Mall or something. I know where they roll. Actually, no, maybe if I go to Marsa Al Arab, next to the Burj, might find someone there. No, I know where some Habibis chill. I might have to just roll up. Go with a placard. Car boot sale, car boot sale. So like Chelsea for sale. And just be like, who's interested? That's it, do you know what I mean? Holy crap, they nearly scored again. Zach says, I'm a fan, living in NYC. Next season, my form of protest is not buying any Chelsea kits. Fans in England need to grow a spine and boycott the games. Do not buy anything from this football club, please. You're funding it. You're funding the chaos. If you do at this point, you're funding it. Don't. So I agree. I agree, mate. He could have passed inside and it would have been 3-0, by the way. CCCFDG says, I've watched your videos for 7 years. So many memorable moments before Blueco destroyed our beautiful club. Big fan, Younes. Blueco out. Thank you very much, mate. And this is why I also say, look at Luis Enrique chilling on the advertising board, bruv. He's chilling. He's loving life. This is why I say, subscribe to Younes Talks Football in the description. Yeah, it's there. First link. Because that's where you're going to find how I've been for 7 years, right? Or how I've been throughout. You're actually going to find me. Todd Bowley's here. He's flipping in. People are saying, oh, he's not involved, yeah? He's not involved, guys. He's flipping in. Subscribe to subscribe to Younes Talks Football. I almost had a bozo moment. And you'll find me doing watch-alongs to other games where we can talk about football. Like tomorrow, by the way. Tomorrow, I'm going to be doing... Hang on. Hang on. What games we got tomorrow? Arsenal are 1-0 up, by the way. Man City, Real Madrid 1-1. Man City are down to 10. Bernardo Silva sent off. And then they scored. How's that happened? Fair play. Arsenal 1-0 up, so they're going through. Eze with a goal. Barca Newcastle. Barca Newcastle. We got the return Tottenham game as well, by the way. So we want Spurs. Mate, that might undo this. If we watch Tottenham, that might undo this pain. We might have to do that. So, no, honestly, daily videos, talking about football, properly, for football itself, for the sport, for real stuff that we want to genuinely talk about. We get to actually live a little bit. Younes Talks Football, link in the description. Come and join me on the watch-alongs there, and come and join me for the videos there as well. And at least we get to flip and live a little bit. Do you know what I mean? Because Chelsea are finished. Well, no. CFC LDN are finished. Thank you very much, OJ, again, saying, I feel like a Mia Khalifa. Blueco out. I think there's something more than that, mate. Bonnie Blueco. Anthony Peter, thank you very much, says, Younes, I told you guys we was going to get battered the last game. Y'all didn't believe. We are getting buried today. This owners didn't buy this club for the sport. They bought it for business. Blueco clowns. One of the best super chats. Big up to you, Anthony. Big up to you. Thank you very much. The Lions Lounge, by the way, we're on the brink of half time. Hang on, I got to listen to this. Hang on. Hang on. It's loud, but it's not loud enough, I'll be honest. It's loud, not loud enough. I expected a roar, like a flipping boo. Like, it wasn't even that. People are dead inside, I'm telling you guys. There's fans that are dead inside. They've lost all emotion. But you're right there, Anthony. Big up to you. Thank you very much. The Lions Lounge says, I've watched Chelsea get relegated and get back up to the first division. And then the success under Roman. This is painful. Clearly got picked by the MPs. Hear it from someone who was there when we were crap. There you are. This is the difference. The intention, the resources, the genuine ambition. People that care. Someone from that era can recognize that back then, despite the results being poor, but there was a genuine ambition, genuine intention behind, let's try and be the best with what we've got. And if that's the case, cool, we're here. It's exactly that. Chelsea have been destroyed systematically. We've been ruined. Big up to you, Lions Lounge. AS says, embarrassing Chelsea did the Brazilian in both legs. And there's more, don't worry, we've got a second half to go through. RSO 2003, thank you very much for your super chat as well, mate, saying the only reason why I'm still watching this game is because you guys are here. But wait, it is about to get worse. In a little while, Delap will come onto the pitch. I'm opening my whiskey bottle. I've not even checked the bench, you know. I guarantee Esteval might be brought on. At this point, there's not even much point. If he's got a hamstring, don't even bring him on. It's not worth it. What's the point? What's the genuine point? You know what I mean? So we'll get to those. We'll get to the bench in a sec. Abu Bakr as well. Thank you very much. Says Chelsea win just 2, and the fan base will flip flop. Do not let the results dictate your thinking at this rate, guys. Don't. It's not worth it. At the end of the day, it's time. This has to be relentless. This has to be constant. There's no going back. Blue coat out, and that's it. These owners need to dip. See you later. Get out. And I'm not letting football do any of the talking anymore. We've let the football do the talking for long enough. 4 calendar years. And this is the crap that we're still being served. What more do you need? Do you know what I mean? What more? It's as simple as that. Simple as that. By the way, they're both there. Just saying. I'm going to just do something real quick. There we are. The bench right now. Players that we can turn to. Is there even any point? Tosin, Liam Delap. I mean, I don't even want to say that. Forget that. This is painful. This is painful. This is painful. Not today, not this. Overall, this is just crap. These lot are rotten. These lot have destroyed the club in every single way, shape, and form. And this is why I say there's nothing left. I hate. Let me explain from my perspective. Right, I hate it. Having to come on here every video. Especially when I look back at how it was before. When I started this channel, 2020, so the 1920 season, in the summer, we finished it. Then the 2021 season, 21-22 season. Like, I remember just how things were and just being able to just constantly focus on the intricacies, on the football, on the systems, on the tactics, on the players, on the manager, on the press conferences, on the results elsewhere. All of this, it was just constant just doing what was intended for us to do, is actually just speak on football. And I hate that I can't do it, because if I do that, I'm lying. I'm lying. And I think you guys can realize that now, right? You can see, it's a lie. It's a fugazi, as the Wolf of Wall Street would say. It's a joke. And I hate that I have to be able to come on to constantly batter on about the same thing now. But it's all that's left. It's either you do that and you're telling the truth, or you don't do that and you're lying. Simple as that. And if you're not willing to do that, respectfully, I think you can just stay silent. Just stay out of the way. You know, if you can't stomach it, then just don't bother with anything. Because anything else is a lie. Oh my God, Eze, what a goal. Holy crap. Boom, turn, smack, that was Drogba-esque. Go and look at the Eze goal. It would remind you of that goal against Everton, Drogba. It's exactly the same technique. It's exactly the same technique. It's a bit closer. Drogba was better because it was from like 35 yards out. But that Eze goal is Didier. That is a great goal. Go and look at that. Fair play. Eze's another one we could have got, by the way, just saying. But yeah, I hate having to be able to come on and do this, but I love the club. I love Chelsea. I want to see us be at the top, at least competing, because there's no excuse. The resources are there. But we've got, not us. The owners have a different strategy, a completely different strategy. And they've positioned everything in a way to just make sure that they are going to try and get what they want at the end of this. And it's got nothing to do with football. Horrible. Horrible. And that's why these lot need to go. Sell up and go and conduct your business elsewhere. There's other businesses. There's other industries. There's other corporations that you can invest in. There's loads of others. You've got a big enough portfolio. Go elsewhere. But leave us alone. Simple as that. This isn't for you. Football's not for you. Get out. Simple as that. Big Juicy, thank you very much for your contribution. Mofly Jerian says, don't worry, Delap will come on and we'll get a hat-trick. Yeah, in the same way that we were going to have a remontada at the end of this. Yeah. Cheers, my bro. Kashmiri, thank you very much, mate. I'm sorry, but Rossini is just a DEI hire. Blue co out. There's that. There's Strasbourg as well. Let me tell you this. If they... Listen, Rossini will be the fall guy. The first fall guy they'll turn to. He'll get chopped at some point. They'll get Gary O'Neill. And everyone knows it. Everyone knows it. Because before Maresca got sacked, we all knew it was going to be Rossini. Everyone knows it. Well, where's the outrage? Do you know what I mean? Like, where is everyone's been conditioned? Like I said, I'm sure there's Stockholm syndrome going on now. People have had the life sucked out of them and they're not willing to put up a fight. They're willing to just comply with their abusers now. As simple as that. Like people that are still at the ground. Mate, if you're not leaving now, I don't know what are you doing. You're wasting your time. Abu Fahad, thank you very much. Says, I have it under good authority. Neto and Palmer are beefing. You can see the tension between them. I'll be honest, I've not heard of any of that. I've not really paid attention to that either. I've not noticed. So it's possible though. Because let me tell you, when results are going left, the dressing room can become a very toxic place. The dressing room can become very, and it's natural. If you've been in a dressing room, if you've played at any level, you would know for 11 aside, don't talk about 5 aside games in your estate, that doesn't count. But if you've been in a dressing room and you know the dynamics, you know that when results are not going well week in, week out, things can get feisty. Or not even that, not even feisty. Relationships can break down. Deep down in your mind, that player, he's crap, man. I don't want to play with him. I don't even pass the ball to him. Those things that you might not even notice, but that's going on. So it wouldn't shock me. It really wouldn't shock me. But anyway, Talking Chelsea Blue says, do we cry or laugh, bro? I don't know anymore. 2 subs of 1K. 2 subs off 1K. I'm sorry, I don't get that. What do you mean by 1K? Trying to figure that out. Let me know. But yeah, bro, we laugh because you cry, then what? Do you know what I mean? Like, we're here, we can just laugh together. Josh, thank you very much for your super chats. I even don't know why fans are even attending games. Facts, at this point, I don't know. Well, I do know. Some fans are season ticket holders and they've paid their money already and they just want to go and use the ticket. And others are tourists who get the tickets and go, yeah, I'm going to go and watch Chelsea. Simple as that. Jay Dennis says, Younes, the fans need to wait outside the stadium for them to walk out to face the consequences for the shit that they've done to my beloved club. Do you know that Jose meme, car park? Needs to be that, but for Igbali, Bowley, and Feliciano. Straight up. And you know what? Look, they're gonna get driven out. They ain't gonna walk out onto the Fulham Road. Are you mad? No chance they're gonna walk onto Fulham Road. They'll get escorted out into, they'll go probably to near where the hub is at the bridge. If you know where the hub is, tucked in and around the back of where the is it the Matthew Hardin? Where the coaches pull up. And then you have the way for the coaches, for coaches and vehicles to drive inside. I guarantee there's going to be a car that gets inside there, gets them inside the car, black tinted windows, and they get driven out. I guarantee it. This is the thing. When you're dealing with fans that know the bridge and know Chelsea, you know these things. Fun fact, the hub, I don't know if the hub is still there, but it's where a lot of the foundation stuff comes out of. But the hub next to the hub, they had this mobile room that was next to there, where it got turned into a dressing room, and we got changed in there when I had a FIFA trial in 2011, right? And I remember because it was the day of the Champions League final, Barca Man United. I came home and I watched that final, but FIFA trial on that day, and it was at the bridge, and that's why I got changed. So yeah, they made a mobile dressing room, and then we had to go in through that big, like, so where the vehicles can drive in of the ramp and they get inside the ground, where the ambulance can come in and out, basically, just next to that. We got taken in through there to get onto the pitch. So we know the logistics of Stamford Bridge, inside out, don't worry. Germ312 says, how many embarrassment can Blueco take? They have to sell before this really hits their pockets. Delusion isn't an excuse. This is disgusting. Facts, this is what I'm saying. Right now, even they're beginning to take a hit. They're not going to get the value that they initially came in for. It's not happening. Right now, from a business standpoint, take the hit, break even, sell up, go on to another business. You made a loss. Tough. That happens sometimes in business, right? You're not going to win all of them. Bounce and get lost. Go into another business. Go into a corporation or something. YTVN says, throw tennis balls on the pitch, Reading style. There's that too. Listen, we have to do whatever it takes now to damage their image, to show that there's complete discontent and it's kicking off, and not in a violent way, but in a proper, responsible way, in order to show that there's genuine turmoil for investors to start panicking. And if investors start panicking, they're going to start panicking. It's as simple as that. Daniel says, at least we'll make some money from Parma. Yeah, listen, not make Champions League. Enzo out the door. Josh Hachiampong's coming on now. Yeah, when there's literally nothing to gain. Brilliant. Go on, Josh, have a run out. Enjoy the run out. So yeah, Enzo will be gone. Parma will look at his options. Players will start bouncing. Vasi says, bro, I cannot watch Chelsea anymore. I cancelled my streaming service. This team gives me stressing and mental problems. Maybe I will be back next season. Respect to you, brother. Respect to you. I don't blame you at all. This is what's going on. They've made a mockery of everything. Of everything. So I don't blame you. Don't blame you. Thank you very much as well to Helios, saying all the Chelsea fans need to walk out when the second half starts. Get this unqualified clown out of Chelsea tonight. If we're talking about unqualified clowns, Rossini needs to go. McFarlane needs to go. Most of the coaching staff need to go. The under-21 coaching staff need to go. The under-18 staff needs to go. Even the under-16 staff needs to go. The whole Dan Logan flipping, who's the other guy? Harry something, I forgot his name. But anyway, the whole kinetic stuff needs to be butchered. Winstanley needs to get chopped. Stewart needs to get chopped. They're not going to. Dismantle the whole thing, bruv. Dismantle the whole thing. Everyone needs to get chopped. You see the way they came in and chopped everyone and hired all their puppets? All these puppets need to get chopped. That's what's going on. So respect, mate. Respect. Fans do need to walk. I'm surprised fans are still here. I really am. Jay Dennis says, why don't the players down tools? They may sell. Because these guys have careers. They got careers. They play. They get spotted. They might make a move that way. It's as simple as that. So, yeah. Sahil says, people don't take us seriously anymore, man. This is pissing me off. Bring back my Chelsea. Only good thing about Chelsea right now is you, Younes. Respect, thank you. I mean, it's not just me. I mean, there are others that are now, calling this out proper. They have to remain that way. And there's things happening as well. Like I've said, we've got a protest on the way and we got all sorts. Not me, not us. I'm just saying, overall, I'll mention it in my videos. When we get news and updates in terms of what's going on, I'll mention it in my vids. But the fan base right now needs to grow up here and start coming under one common banner. Blue coat out. End of story. That's it. That's it. So. Right, we're about to play a second half. And I forgot what the score is. Like, it's 2-0, I know, but what is it, 7-2? 5 plus 2 is 7, yeah, quick maths. We need 6 in this second half, guys. We'll have some comedy at least. Yeah? We'll have some comedy. We need 6 goals. Goofy says it's embarrassingly hilarious Josh is brought in. It is now, isn't it? It is now. It's like, yeah, go on, have a run out. Have a run. I guarantee, let me tell you this now. I'm going to tell you now. Josh will be sold in the summer. Re-signed a new contract. Josh is no longer acquired. Josh will be gone for pure profit. I think it's one of the easiest predictions you can make now. I said this a while ago. I said if there's any chance that Reece James is gone, they'll keep hold of Josh. If Reece signs, Josh will be gone. Wait for it, Josh will be gone. He'll get played in any games where he can get some minutes that doesn't really affect anything like right now, and he will be moved on for profit in the summer. And this is the same thing going on over and over and over and over again. And when Enzo leaves, we'll go and get Barco from Strasbourg. And then the wheel will keep turning again and again and again. Do you get it? Flipping burgers. Burger King FC. Flip the burger. So, Blue Nation, thank you very much, mate. Says, why are Chelsea fans still talking about sacking the coach? Laughable. Only solution is to save the club. Is Blue Co out? Fact. I hope you guys understand. Everyone that's here, you understand because you watch me proper. But you get as to why I've been saying Rossini is irrelevant. He's irrelevant. This is why. Irrelevant. So the directors. Everyone's irrelevant. Orders are being executed as per the ownership. So it's them that we should focus on, right? It makes sense. The only thing. Blue Co out. RSO 2003 says, what if some miracle Tottenham wins tomorrow? Then what do we do? No, I mean, well, we're meant to have a laugh. Overall, we're meant to have a laugh. So I don't think Tottenham will win tomorrow, I'll be honest. It's Atletico. I'll be shocked if they do, honestly. Goofy says, Leonardo DiCaprio FC. Johnny's got a point when he says Epstein FC at this rate. It really is. It really is. Jamal says, see why people are talking about Tottenham. Focus up, please. Do you mean about not talking about this game? What's there left to talk about? We're 2-0 down, 7-2 down on aggregate. What are we doing? You know what I mean? I actually expect maybe PSG to come off the gas a little bit. Vivek Lamba says, these owners are both greedy and stupid. Any smart person would realize the best way to increase club value and make money is to actually win the Prem and the UCL. It's risky. No, I disagree. No, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. If you're winning, you're making money. But that's too much risk. Because you can't guarantee to be winning the title every year. But I do agree, because for them, Blue Co, top 4, is the only financial gain here. The big pie, the big piece of the pie, is gained when you qualify for the Champions League. That doesn't mean we have to win the title. That means we can just get 4th. All right, sweet. Great. That means we can also open up a model of making money by flipping players, because we can't do that if we're going to actually chase the title. Because if you're chasing the title, you need a team that you're going to stick with. And if you're sticking with a team, you're not flipping anyone else. So do you see what's happening? Both cannot coexist. You choose winning or you choose flipping. And financially, less risk, flipping is going to get them more. What I think they failed to realize is they just thought on a commercial level, they can commercialize the hell out of the club, increase the value that way, and that's it. No can do, I'm afraid. And hence why we've taken so long to get a front of shirt sponsor and so long to actually commercialize a few things, and why assets have had to be stripped, and why it's actually kind of gone a little left, I'll be honest. So in terms of their strategy and actually increasing the value, I actually think they're going to bottle it. I'll be real. I think they're going to bottle it. Let's wait and see. Daniel says, second super chat today, I'm an opera singer from the Middle East and I've worked hard for 5 years to be able to sing once a year in London and have succeeded this year for Chelsea, and now I have to boycott. Oh, wow. When did you do that? We would have heard about you. For Chelsea, you're saying you've done that. If you've done that, big up. I hope you enjoyed it, and good luck with the career. Good luck with the career. But yeah, don't do anything for Chelsea, please. Not Chelsea, CFCLDN. Don't do anything for CFCLDN, please. Jamal says, I'm saying focus on us. Why are we talking Tottenham? Oh, okay. I mean, because they're hilarious. I mean, we're hilarious now. But they're hilarious. Do you know what I mean? So, Cole Palmer, mate, stop complaining. Honestly, at this point, what are we doing? Tib Tibaluraduli, thank you very much, says, where is the mentality monster? Could not find him. He's planning the next huddle. He's looking for another thing to respect, you know, because we don't respect the ball. So Abu Fahad, thank you very much, mate, says, this is the phase in business where an exit strategy comes to you. Sell out. You've ruined Chelsea's heritage. The club lacks the aura it once had. I completely agree, to be honest. Look, they've now actually got to contemplate on a business level where this is going. You better leave now before stocks fall even further. Simple as that. Investors, look, this is where fans have the power. If fans are starting to kick off properly, the investors are going to start panicking. If they're not buying, if it's blue co out, if there's protests, if there's not going, if there's all these things starting to happen, investors are going to start shaking. Because Clear Lake are part of Blueco. Blueco have bought Chelsea. This is part of the reputation that they hold even in terms of their portfolios. And if you're part of their portfolio, then flipping hell. Are you safe? This is where investors will panic. So, yeah. El Mortal as well says, I know these players aren't good enough, but the mentality is so bad with these guys. Where is the pride, passion, and fight? It's just nothing. Disgusting. Because that's what we've built. How do you want to get mentality when you don't have anyone with... Oh, my God. Nuno Mendes is on fire. Can I just say that? Fire. Apologies. So, yeah. You can't get it. You could give yourself a chance if you're hiring the right people, like a John Terry, for example, but he's not professional enough, according to Daniel Finkelstein, so what can we do? Forget that he's actually overqualified, and he's actually got experience, and he's actually a legend, and he's actually got respect. Now, forget all of that. We don't do that. My God, the PSG press is so relentless, it's crazy. And the Lions Lounge, thank you very much, mate. In finance, there is always a period to get back your return. Watch this space. Blue co out. Zero Tolerance says Rafinha is just a better version of Potter. If that. No, you know what? I think Rafinha is a more word-savvy version of Potter. That's it. If we're talking football, I can't believe I'm about to say this. If we're talking on a football level, Potter's more qualified than him. I think Potter has more than Rafinha on a football level. That's scary to say, by the way. Can I just... That's frightening. Frightening. Because for as little as it was worth, at least Potter had something work for him at Brighton in the Prem. At least. And even then, like, it's Brighton's level. But at least he's got that. What's Rafinha got? Hull and a little bit of Strasbourg. That's what's scary. But the way that he speaks, oh yeah, says all the right stuff. Until he starts talking about respecting the ball. Do you know what I mean? It's scary. It's insane. It's insane. It's absolutely insane. The thing with Potter is that he was just too nice. It genuinely was that. He was too nice. He didn't have any control, any command. He couldn't manage at this level. But he tried to impose what worked for him at Brighton and impose the identity and the way of playing. He tried that. He did. It wasn't enough. And as a coach, overall, his whole personality was just way too passive. And you got to be in the words of Jose, you got to be a bastard at times at this level. You have to. You have to. You ain't got a choice. If not, you'll get eaten alive. Rafinha wants to say all the right things, but he's got no credential at all. And now he's not even saying the right things. So that ship sailed. For as long as it lasted, that ship sailed. And this is why it's not about that. They're bothered about just getting the puppets in. Whatever puppet they can bring in, they'll bring in. Whoever's just going to comply. That's it. Shay, thank you very much for your super chat as well, mate, saying, big up, Younes. There are people in this chat who still think the clowns can't sell. I've tried telling them they can. I think you need to tell them. Okay, let's just explain this. There is no person in their right mind who's a billionaire that doesn't have an exit strategy, that's going to lock themselves into a business for 10 years. It's foolish. Now, let me tell you how. if you go back and you look at the 10-year reports, what does it actually say? It says that they can't take dividends out of the club. That might be a thing that's in there. So an assurance that they can't start ripping money out of the club whilst they are owners for the first 10 years. That's correct. But when you look at the financial structure of the club, let me ask you guys in the chat, do you know how not Chelsea, sorry. How is Blue Co structured? Do you know how Blue Co is structured? If I tell you about Chelsea FC Holdings, Blue Co Limited, Blue Co Midco 22 Limited, Holdco 22 Limited, do you know what that is? It's layers. Because they've split everything. Chelsea Women is now no longer just under the same. Chelsea FC isn't one thing anymore. It's been split. You've got Chelsea Women. You've got the hotels that are a different asset now. You've got the trading ground that's a different asset now. Everything's been split. But there's layers. Chelsea FC Holdings is owned by Blue Co Limited. Blue Co Limited is owned by Blue Co 22 Limited, is owned by Blue Co Midco 22 Limited. Blue Co Midco 22 Limited is owned by Holdco. They have created a structure where they're able to get, we talk about them being loophole merchants, right? Are they not loophole merchants? Well, guess what? They've created the fattest loophole in the way that if there is any sort of clause in that contract there, they're able to get out. They could just sell Blue Co and keep Blue Co as the owner of Chelsea FC and just sell a layer. There you go. At the highest level, Holdco 22, sell Holdco 22, sell that onto someone, and the structure remains the same. Technically, Chelsea have not been sold by Blue Co. Technically, Blue Co are still there. Just the faces will change. If you think that these owners don't have an exit strategy, then don't get into business. Don't. Please don't get into business. You're going to lose a lot of money. Respectfully. Just don't do it. Don't do it. You can find a high-paying job and just stick at that. So, in other news, the lap. Yeah, the lap's on. The lap and Garnacho. Okay, great. Honestly. This is why we have to put the pressure on. And this is why the only way out now is Blue Co out. These owners, I don't care if Blue Co remain. I need Egbali, Feliciano, and Bowley, and Wiss, and all these guys, Mark Walter, everybody that walked into this consortium to pass on Blue Co to an owner that actually wants to win, right? And wants to do things properly. That's it. All these guys need to get lost. It's as simple as that. It's as simple as that. So, Palmer, Enzo, and João Pedro are coming off. Garnacho, Lavia, and Delap. I actually cannot believe, right? Remember, I said this in my preview. Again, I give too much credit, man. I really do. You know, for me to be realistic, I need to come on every match preview and tell you guys we're going to get spanked 3-0. That's what I need to do. I give too much credit. I said we would score. We're 60 minutes in, we've still not even scored. And we brought on Delap and Garnacho and Lavia. I mean, it's... Even me, and I give too much credit. Despite my predictions and the way, everything's on the floor, right? Everything's on the floor. I get told I'm negative all the time. Cool. I'm being truthful. That's what I'm being truthful. But even then, I'm somehow still giving too much credit, and I don't know how this is happening. Shocking. Absolutely shocking. It's disgraceful. And PSG, if we're looking at PSG, right, they come off the gas a little bit. I mean, their pressing hasn't come off the gas. I'll tell you this now. They look like that they're willing to just go and win every single ball no matter what it takes. It's actually pretty incredible how they're actually still putting in this much effort. Let me check the other scores. What's going on elsewhere? Arsenal still 1-0 up. Man City, Real Madrid still 1-1. So yeah, they're going to lose 4-1 at this rate. Man City are back, and they're down to 10 men. Man City are going to get knocked out. Arsenal are going to make it through. 2-1 on aggregate as it stands right now. So yeah. Fair play. Here comes Kvaratskhelia. Abu Fahad says, any M&A transaction requires due diligence and an exit strategy lined up. This is basic regulator requirements for any transaction. Facts. You know business, my friend. Abu Fahad, you can make a business, yeah? You can do that. You can do that. Oh, what? Did PSG score again? Oh, yeah, I know. I know. Is there any point mentioning it? You've got the scoreline there. You know what I mean? Big up to Abu Fahad. Nighttime says, whelp. Now the fans are leaving, yeah? Now, it took 3-0 down at home for the fans to start leaving. Realistically, fans shouldn't have even showed up. Let's be real. By the way, can I just give a bit of praise to PSG, by the way? They've got players that know how to finish. 2 of these goals, right? Kvaratskhelia, the first one was basically like just a flipping on a plate. But they got 2 goals from on the edge of the box, right? They had Barcola and they got Mayulu that know where to put the flipping ball, right? It'd be nice if we had ones that could do the same, but techers from them, respect. Respect PSG. I think it's safe to say they have more than enough avenged the Club World Cup result, that they've absolutely taken that to heart, and we've taken a spanking. Can I just say, if the maths are mathing, right now, it's 3-0, 8-2. We need 7 goals in, let's just say 30 minutes. Here they come again. Okay, 7 goals might turn into 8 in a bit. They're taking them. I don't normally say this, right? But I'm going to say it. Apologies if there's kids here or anything. They are taking the piss. They are taking the absolute piss out of us. Jay Joseph, thank you very much, saying LBO is an M&A structure. You can gain equity via debt. Oh, funny that. Why is it we've taken out 2 loans? Why is it we've got a JP Morgan Bank of America loan that's been taken out for 700 million quid on an interest rate of around 7%, and we've taken a 500 million pound loan out of Ares Management, who's a private equity company, not a bank, at an interest rate of 12.96%. I wonder why. Because they want the debt. And they'll just restructure the debt. And they'll refinance. And when they sell the club, they hope that there's going to be enough for them to pay off those debts and then take the profit. That's how they work. That's private equity. So for anyone that says there's no exit strategy, you're dreaming. Arash says, called Samaritans, said I'm at the bridge, I'm done. Don't do anything to yourself, mate. Please don't. Please don't. Definitely call Samaritans. They might help you. I can be Samaritans for you if you want. Arash, the thing that you need to do is take away yourself from the environment that is not helping you right now. You need to put yourself around people that's going to have a positive impact on your life. And you have so much to give. You're so skilled and you have so much to offer. Think of your family. You know, I can be Samaritans for you. Got you, mate. Nighttime FC, Rafinha out. Again, it's not about Rafinha. Look, let me tell you this now, right? I'm going to make the fattest prediction that everyone knows. If Rafinha loses his job, welcome Gary O'Neill. Welcome Gary O'Neill. That's what we're going to do. That's the model. Puppets. Puppet FC. Stay Angelov, thank you very much, says finding buyer, Blue Co plus Strasbourg and that debt. Facts. Now, Chelsea and Strasbourg are two different entities, by the way, under one umbrella. So that's more equity. That's more. That might save their skin by a little bit. That might cover a bit of the debt. Buying Strasbourg on top, in terms of Strasbourg's value on top as part of it, might help cover some debt. A bit. How much is Strasbourg worth? Actually, yeah, what's the worth of Strasbourg? Let me look this up. Strasbourg club value. No, we don't want squad market value. We want club value. The squad market value is around 300 million euros. Meh. Oh, well, Blue Coat purchased it for 65 million. Okay, yeah, we're cooked. Might be able to get 100 mil for Strasbourg. Maybe 100, if you're lucky at that then. You know what I mean? Corner ball PSG. PSG are still pushing. I'm actually surprised they're still pushing. I thought they would just like come off the gas by now. Govin, so Mardas, thank you very much for your super chat saying Shelco, Romo, Abramo, unknown owner to buy Bluco. That would be good. CFC Ballers 1905 says, Younes, I swear to God, while watching CFC Trophy Lift, a voice in my head told me now these idiots owners are going to think the model is working. More misery. Yeah. That. If we're being honest, let's be real and truthful. Yeah, that trophy did not help us whatsoever. It actually didn't. It was great in the moment. Don't get me wrong, but it has actually given us a false pretense. So yeah, I agree. Punt Life Pappy says, I am a young player or coach. Why would I choose CFC? Fact. I wouldn't go near this. Barge pole. Ruby CFC, thank you very much. Hope if you were locked in a room with Egbali, what would you be throwing hands? And what wouldn't you mind happening if it meant Blue Co is sold? Relegation? If we're in a room, only one of us is getting out. And it's not the owner. And I'm taking the key. Simple as that. At that rate. What would it take? Anything. Anything. Because we have to be honest as well. We have to be honest. The damage is done. Even with a new owner. We're going to have to, that for sure, with the right intention, we're going to have to be patient for a good couple of years. But this is why we have to start yesterday. Like, we have to start. We got to get this moving because that is locked in. There's not going to be an owner, I think, that's walking in and all of a sudden just boom, everything is, there's so much damage done here to the structure of the football club that it's just, it's a load to take on. But fans will be behind the correct intention. But this is why this needs to happen ASAP. So, yeah, it'll take anything at this rate, Ruby. Jay Dennis says, fans need to wait for that car, Younes, in our fan. Oh, don't worry, we don't need the car for that. We don't need the car for that. I was younger anyway. You know, easier to lose heads at that age. But don't worry, you'll be getting me at my finest. DJ Moxie says, do you think PSG will win the Champions League? They might. They're in for a chance, definitely. I think in terms of the best playing team, I think the contenders are right now going to be Real Madrid, Arsenal, PSG. One of them. I don't see Barcelona. I'll be real. I could be wrong. Barca will go far, but I think eventually, look at Thomas Tuchel. I'm so sorry, T. I'm so flipping sorry, TT. I really am. But don't worry, we got you for England in the World Cup. Win us the World Cup, mate. But honestly, I'm so sorry that you have to watch this. This has been ripped out of your hands as well. It was ripped away from you too. It was ripped from Roman and it was ripped from Tuchel because Tuchel wouldn't comply. If not, he'd still be in a job. Simple as that. So, he's bringing Tosin on. Fucking hell. I applaud it. At this rate, I applaud it. This is shithouse at its finest. Liam Rossini has got nice. I'm convinced it's not Liam Rossini. It's the AI. The AI has told him to put on Tosin. We need value put up. We need value put up, I'm afraid. We need value put up. Quick, get him on. He needs minutes. 20 minutes, he can play. Get Tosin on, fast. Honestly, this is a farce. This is a farce. Kimoy Webb says, imagine if Angry Rantman was here. God rest his soul. There's a part of me that's happy he's not seeing this. I'm being serious. There's a part of me that's actually glad he's not seeing this. I'm gutted he's not here. Life is life, and he should be living life, right? But on a Chelsea front, flipping hell. Yeah. Abu Fahad, thank you again, mate. Says, let them bleed financially and see how the magic happens. Deep-pocketed Khalijis are praying for those idiots' downfall. Yeah, because they'll come in and get it at a very good price, wouldn't they? They'll be more than happy to pay. But they're not stupid either. Let me tell you, Khalijis, when it comes to business, it comes to money, they're not dumb. They're not dumb. I live amongst them. I can see. Trust me. They're not stupid. Kenzie Kensington, thank you very much, says, nah, CFC LDN is done. This is laughable. CFC LDN's finished, bruv. Done out here. 72 minutes, by the way. And PSG are having fun here. Actually having fun. This is actually incredible. This is, unfortunately, going down in the history books. It really is. The Lions Lounge, we have a Chelsea fan on the board with no input. Who's that? Are you talking about Daniel Finkelstein? Oh, he's a puppet. He's being paid to spout the nonsense to the fan base. Simple as that. This is incredible. Applause for Kvaratskhelia. You've had a fantastic game, Kvaratskhelia. Top player. Lee's come on. Beautiful. This is incredible, isn't it? I know, you bring on Tosin. Like, we need... We don't need anything, I'll be honest. What do we need? We need absolutely nothing. We've got 17 minutes left and we've got to score 7. I keep losing count because it's that much. I'm embarrassed. I really am. I'm embarrassed. I'm angry and I'm embarrassed. And I'm also like flipping hell, man. Let's go. Bluco out. Do you know what I mean? Like, F these lot. They need to get out. They need to leave like right now. Put Chelsea. Not Chelsea because they're not going to. Put Bluco up for sale tonight, and go and find a buyer that's willing to take this away from you now. That genuinely wants to win football matches and do what's right with the resources at hand. That would be nice. Mate, PSG are so relentless, it's actually stupid. PSG are moving the way that the Chelsea fan base needs to start moving. They're just not stopping. 3-0 up, and they're not stopping. PSG are fully on this. Pressing hard, loads of energy, loads. It's incredible. But it's like I say, guys, like, look, we've got 0-0 end product, even when there's no pressure. You know what's mad? Let me point this out from a football standpoint. You want to talk football for like 30 seconds? Let's talk football for 30 seconds. When you are in this predicament and you've got nothing to lose, right? Even then, there's no pressure. That means there's no pressure. As a player, you are calm. You might be pissed off, but you're calm. Why there's no nerves. There's nothing. The game's dead. You got zero pressure. You still can't take a little bit of risk, or you still can't try and do something. You can't even score then. You know what I mean? The end product is in the bin. It's in the bin. Like, I genuinely cannot believe I said we would score. Legit. Incredible. M Evolution 22, again, thank you very much, says the PR after this game will be disgusting. I'm looking forward to seeing what the PR is going to be. I actually am. What can you possibly cook up? What can you possibly cook up after this? Like, okay, so we try and think of this. Let's try and think of this. What PR can they start pushing out from tomorrow? Sahil, thank you very much, says Angry Rat Man, all you can eat Chelsea was historic. Yeah, it was. Like I said, God rest his soul. AS says PSG come for blood. Maresca got them fuming. I'm thinking of the PR. What are they going to cook up for tomorrow? You know what's mad? You exhaust so much PR that it gets to the point where it becomes worthless. Do you know what I mean? Like, let me give you an example. Indy Callier, a couple of days ago, tried to come out and say that Chelsea are considering Luis Enrique. Mate, they had an interview with Luis Enrique, and he backed out. What do you mean? We're considering... No, we're not. So there's that. Look at that. They're taking the piss. Taking the piss. This has turned into FIFA Street. I'm not even kidding. This has turned into FIFA Street. Like, I'm seeing Vitinha and all sorts here. Just, this has turned into FIFA Street. What could they possibly say? You come up with so much garbage as PR that the fan base are now aware. The fan base are not stupid now. They know. They know when the carrot's being dangled. There's nothing that they can possibly say that's going to make everyone go, ooh. Like, surely not. There isn't at this point. You know what I mean? Liam Delap, honestly, he's got cement for boots. Concrete stalls. Look at Delap. Look at that. Oh, what a shot that is from a striker. Flipping useless. Leonard says PR is that this loss is because of TT. Oh, honestly, they're going to start switching. Yeah, they're going to start, I don't know. Yeah, Maradona and Eusebio, flipping out. Kenzie Kensington, is it possible for Chelsea to become fan-owned? Not in the Prem, I'll be honest. We could, but nah, not in the Prem. The Prem is privatised. It's just not going to happen. The values are too high. So are fans realistically going to cook up 4 billion? No, it's not happening. Unless there's a genuine Chelsea fan who's a billionaire somewhere that wants to buy. That's different. Technically, that's a Chelsea fan, right? That's owning the club. I don't know. RSO 2003, thank you very much for your super chat, mate. Saying, Younes, in your analysis tonight, you need to do a full dissection of this team. Single out the players that can still be saved and give us a timeline for how we get back to being the real Chelsea. I gave you the tier list last week. Was it last week? Was it 2 weeks ago? I gave you a tier list. That's done. How do we get back to being the real Chelsea? Very easy. Blue coat out. That's it. Look, this process doesn't need to be overcomplicated in the same way that these lot are overcomplicating everything. It's very easy. The squad is crap. There's a few good players. Blue coat out. Done. Honestly, done. The step that needs to be done here is to actually try and locate or find a buyer who is genuinely about football and is obviously wanting to make money, but doesn't have that as the prime priority and wants to take Chelsea Football Club to the next level. That is what we need. And if we need that, these guys need to sell up and go. But enough's enough. Fans want the owners gone. Blue coat out. Done. That's it. Zero Tolerance 108 says, laughed at Spurs. If things don't change, we're next. It sounds outrageous. It's not outrageous to think that way. It really isn't. Abu Fahad says, with this ownership, there's no strategy, no vision, no ambition. And the worst thing, control over managers and not fully backing them. There's no top-tier manager sees Chelsea as an attractive opportunity. And it's because of that now, regardless of what happens, that's going to be the fall guy. These guys are meant to be about stability. Yet they can't keep a manager that they hire or a coach that they hire. Why? Because they need someone to take the blame. When it gets to a point, it's like, this is not feasible. Quick, we got to make a change to make it look like we care. Quick, get rid of... And then get the next puppet in. Get the next underqualified guy in. Like, it's stupid. But it buys them time. Because when that happens, the fans go, okay, you know what? We got to give it a little bit of time now. Give it another 6 months to a year. And cool, the time's ticking over. You watch. These lot are only bothered to get to the 7 to 10 year margin, and then they're going to exit anyway. But we can't wait until then. The club will be in ruin. And if that, because like I say, their strategy isn't even exactly working completely. Thank you very much, Freedom CFC. Freedon says, we want 4. We want 4. Flipping out. They might get it. Field of Power says, are fans walking out yet? I'm not watching it. I'll be honest. Yes, but not enough. I'm shocked how there's people still sitting here. It's not even a 50-50 at this rate. It's not even a 50-50. And it's the 80th minute. What are you lot waiting for? Honestly, the ground should be empty. Empty. The stand should be clear. I don't get what they're waiting for. We need to get some balls. Honestly, we really, really need to have some balls now. This is why I say it's not going to be straightforward and it's not going to be easy. It needs to be relentless. This needs to be non-stop. Blue coat out every single day of every single week until they actually sell. And we got to force it. Put the club up for sale and save yourselves the stress as well. Go about your business and go make money elsewhere. Don't do it with our club because you've made an absolute mockery and you've destroyed the institution. It's as simple as that. Starbucks Meg says, PR, club remains calm. Club met last 16 target. Facts. It will be something like that. Yeah, it will be something like that. Guarantee it. By the way, PSG fans are, PSG players, just, they got absolute ballers. Look at that. Look. Oh, flipping out. Just proper football. Do you know what I mean? Proper football. Proper football. They're so relentless. Look at Vitinha go. Look at them win the ball. Like it's nothing. Look, everyone's stopped. No one's moving. Incredible. Now there's a foul. Fans are soft, says Feel the Power. Thank you very much, mate. Some are. Some are. Not all, some are. But there'll be enough. There'll be enough that are not. Wait for it. There'll be enough that are not. Jeremy says, match-going fans still holding on to delusion. There are some, yeah, 100%. And can I just pinpoint something? It's the 82nd minute. It's 8-2 on aggregate. Rafinha is pulling in Caicedo to speak to him. What are you talking about? Someone explain. This winds me up because you're taking me for an idiot. What are you talking about? 8-2 down, 8 minutes to go. You're actually bringing in Caicedo to tell him something. What could you possibly be telling him? Someone please explain. Have some shame. Have some shame. It is crazy. Anyway, they're showing all the fans leaving the ground now. Only took 83 minutes. Do you know what I mean? Unbelievable. Goofy says this result killed the club. World Cup competition. Facts. Done. Facts. Abhinav says my wish is Fulham. No, my wish is full. FUL. Game is played in an empty set. Oh, Fulham? We ain't playing Fulham. Are we? Look, he's writing. He's writing. He's flipping writing. What are you writing? You know what? Screw it. That's all right. That's all right. That's all right, yeah? How's that? Is that what he's writing? I don't know what to do. SOS AI. He's given a piece of paper to God. Even Garnacho's embarrassed. Garnacho's like, I'm holding this flipping piece of paper. I look like an idiot handing it over. We're 8-2 down! Bruv! I honestly, bruv, I'm gone. I'm gone, bruv. I'm gone. I'm gone. This is. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. I'm embarrassed. Absolutely embarrassed. I'm embarrassed, bro. Holy crap. Huge news coming from CAF. Check it out. ASAP. What? Fabrizio. What? Nah, that's a disgrace. That's a disgrace. That is a disgrace, YT. No. That's wrong. That is absolutely wrong. Feel the power. Liam is a student of the game. At this point, no. That's no. Morocco are not. Respectfully, and I like Morocco. Don't get me wrong. They are not champions. No one will accept that. Yes, if maybe officially they've been handed it. No, Senegal are the champions of 2026. Simple as that. Let me have a look. Much appreciated for. Yeah, Oscar says Morocco just got named AFCON champs. Check Fab. Ridiculous. Senegal did the right thing. Senegal will be the people's champion. How's that? And sometimes that's the best champion you can be. Nighttime FC, I told you, Younes, Rossini out. It's not facts. He shouldn't be here. Like this, again, I only pinpoint this out because we look stupid. We look like idiots. Right? This Rossini out is not a thing. Blue Co out is a thing. Rossini represents Blue Co at this point. Everything is flipping Blue Co. Gary O'Neill coming in next will be Blue Co. Forget the man. Forget the coaches. He's an idiot. He's a clown. Forget it. Blue Co out is the only thing we need to focus on. This is comedy, says El Mortal. Thank you very much. James says, do you honestly see a way to get rid of Blue Co? Yeah. Put the pressure on. And the investors start panicking. We have to do something. Let's go. Let's do it collectively. It's funny. It's so funny. People say, oh, okay, you're negative. Yeah? And then when it comes to actually providing a solution because we care, oh, no, we can't do that. I'm sorry. Is that not negative? When I'm talking about things that we have control over, oh, no, don't want to do it. I'm sorry. That's negative. And then when they want false delusion over something that we don't have control over, oh, no, you got to be positive. No, don't be negative. It's backwards. People that think that way are backwards, absolute backwards. Nah, I'll prefer to say it as it is for the things that I don't have control over. And for something that I actually have control over, I'm positive, 100%. Let's flip and go. That's how it should be. People have got this warped mindset of having it the other way, which is probably why they don't make anything of themselves anyway. It's a joke. It's a joke. Blue coat out. If everyone said the same thing and everyone started doing the same thing, we'd get somewhere. We'd get somewhere. Kamar, thank you very much, says, we may need to accept that Chelsea we knew may not come back. This team was built by Roman. Owners like him are rare. We were once elite, now we're normal. But that doesn't mean just accepting what these lot are cooking. They're not cooking anything. They're serving raw flipping salmonella. You know what I mean? What do we lose? What do we lose? We protest. We don't go. We don't buy. We don't put money in. We don't buy. But what do we lose? Nothing. So what are we waiting for? Tell us not to jog on and actually give us an opportunity of getting someone in that's actually going to do something proper. Because they exist. Let me tell you now, if the Newcastle owners had our club with the resources that we had, and they had 2 billion, which Newcastle don't, they had 2 billion to spend because we actually have the revenue to be able to match that. So by FFP, we are able to conduct ourselves there. We would win the title. Because these lot would actually build a team. At Newcastle, they're limited. And even then, they won a League Cup. Even then, they got top 4 in their first season. They got top 4 in 2 seasons in a row. Well, two seasons they qualified for Champions League. That's with limitations. These lot have every single opportunity in the front of in the palm of their hands, and they've blown every single thing. AS says, UK government, thanks for demolishing Chelsea, CFC. Thank you very much. True. AM, Amibly says, one reason why we still adamant fans is that they think they need to stay and show support for the team. Really, this is a big problem. I completely agree. You're not helping the team now by having that sort of logic. You're not. You're not helping the club. The team are not stupid. The team are part of all this that's going on. They're here. They're witnessing it. They're living it. We need to do what's right by the club. Is there going to be any minutes added on, by the way? No minutes. And that, my friends, is us out of Champions League football. And that's the end of us in the Champions League. Respectfully. Angry, thank you very much. Says, I think Blue Coat are humiliation kinks, so we're screwed for the next 4 years. This is why they got to go. Blue Coat out. Get them to sell ASAP. You're not wanted here. Jog on. Find a buyer, pass everything on, and get lost. And not even from the front door. You can leave out the back door. Freedom Don, thank you very much, mate. Says Johnny Minerals was effing right, 100%. 100%. And it's not about, we spoke about this yesterday, it's not about who is saying it. People need to drop this. People need to appreciate the message, not just focus on the messenger. If the truth is the truth, it's the truth. Done. Now, if anyone's got an issue with the messenger, cool. Sort that out later when you come to cross that bridge. Once we sort this out first. How about everyone jumps onto the same message, get these owners gone. Once this has happened and we can start thinking forward, then you can come back to solve your personal differences. In the meantime, there's one common goal here, and that's saving the club. Abu Fahad says, if I were Garnacho, I'd shred the paper as a symbolic way of revolting against the mathematician and the owners. Napoleonistic behaviour. I agree with that, to be honest. I agree. CFC Jin says, Younes, it's only going to get worse from here. Thank you very much, mate. Unfortunately, yeah. Unfortunately. RSO, what an embarrassment. What can we do? Have the protest this week. This can't wait. I'll be honest. I was thinking that when you're looking at some of the things that need to be done from the protest and some of the things that are going to be in place, it needs a little bit of time to get done. Let me, hang on. When are we? So, by April. We're in mid-March, late March. By April, things should be in place. And again, this isn't me. This is just in terms of what I know that is looking to be done from the people that are organizing protests and whatnot, right? There's some proper organization going in this time. Proper. This isn't going to be like the others. This isn't going to be a joke. This is going to be proper. I mean it. Proper. So, that's that. H3Y, thank you very much. Make some Blue Coat out merch for us OG Chelsea fans. I'll be honest, Blue Coat out merch, I don't want to be in a position to start distributing things like that to then make a buck off of something that's genuinely meant to be a protest against what's going on at the club. I don't want to be able to do that. I can make it. Maybe dish it out for free. Maybe dish it out to you guys. Maybe create competitions or whatnot. You can win some. We can do things. Why not? Parthy, thank you very much, saying, weren't you warning teams after that Club World Cup win? Well, no. What do you mean warning teams? Warning teams of what? I don't understand. We genuinely thought that the foundation was there to this again, this cements that the intention is not there. How can you, after getting top four and after winning the Club World Cup, and you go into a window and you've got leverage, not actually build on that foundation to actually be a serious club, which is what we wanted. That proves the intention is not there. They're not going to. So what are we waiting for? That's it. Chris says we need mass walkouts during the game, not protest. There needs to be that too. There needs to be a combination of things going on here. Walkouts. Anyone that's at the ground, start chanting and using your flipping voices. Don't buy. And get to these protests. And be relentless with it. And on socials, go crazy. All sorts. There needs to be a collective here. Collective. Aurella, thank you very much. Can I just say that Chelsea fan Delulu, or maybe English people generally, because no club know how to protest properly, it'll come. But you're right. Overall, historically, we've not been good at all, I'll be honest. David as well, thank you very much, mate. Says all the way from Belfast, Younes Blue Coat out. Thank you very much. Sebi says, Younes, you warned everyone last year. The fluke FIFA World Cup made people think we made it. It did. It did. Unfortunately, it did. Oh my God, Real Madrid are winning 2-1. Yeah, that's Man City gone. Kashmiri, thank you very much, saying sorry, but you backed this when you knew everything. I'll be honest, I knew what I knew. But it's like I explained yesterday. I want us to win. And if I see, okay, now there's an opportunity to actually build on something, can we be serious? That was my mindset. That was my mindset. What I'm making now in terms of the point is even for those people, this is enough proof now. Off the back of that, we're in this situation, and you see the way that the club have conducted themselves. They are telling you to your face, nothing has changed, nothing will. It's a strategy, and they're doubling down. So this is a chance for everyone to be able to come together. Everybody. Under one banner, under one message. These owners need to go. They've proven to you they do not give a crap. It's done. It's done. No result will change it. No flipping games will change it. Nothing. It's over. That cord has been ripped. It's been split. It's been broken. Blue coat out is the only way that everyone now needs to go. Forget everyone else. Owners, jog on, bye. Champions League, goodbye. See you who knows when. Facts from JJ. Thank you very much. Stefan, bro, everybody in my family is crying now, like really crying. Where are we going from here? It's not going to be easy, but it's got to be relentless. It's like I said, I'm going to end on this because I'm going to go and do the review. And thank you all very much for everyone that was here and contributed and got into the chat and interacted. And I hope just us keeping each other company is going to be enough, at least. But it has to be relentless from everybody. Everyone's got to put their effort in now. It isn't going to be solved tomorrow or next week. But everyone needs to put the pressure on. Blue coat out. End of story. Forget the results. Everyone needs to demand that the owners sell up. Everybody. Because if everybody did it, powerful. They don't want that. Which is why they manipulate the media. Keep doing this in front of you. Don't let it happen. And Abu Bakr says, I'm tempted to buy Chelsea. I'll steal the money. Don't. Can you steal 4 billion? I don't know. But guys, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Much appreciated for the interaction and for everyone that's been here. Honestly, in a game like this where we didn't even score, flipping hell, mate. Go and check out the review. That's going to be up in the next 20, 30 minutes. And I'll catch all of you then. Subscribe, notification bell. And like I said, come and join me at Younes Talks Football. Please subscribe to the first link in the description. Younes Talks Football. We will do the watch along tomorrow and we'll actually talk about football. And the daily videos on there will talk about football. In fact, I'm going to upload on there tonight as well about what else has happened. Arsenal are through. Man City are out. We'll talk about football for football because that's what we actually want to do as well. So make sure you guys are there. Much appreciated. And I'll catch all of you on the next one. In a bit, people. See you soon. Take care.